Hey guys, so uh, you may be wondering what the deal is here. And basically, let's just say that yesterday I was out having some fun with my soulmate Alan and probably the man I respect most in this world, Mark. I went out for an after work yesterday, and somehow I ended up on, this is basically the bathroom floor of the place where I go to swim every morning. And I realized that I might be coming down with something, and I may or may not also have had the unfortunate situation of being slightly too refreshed yesterday. So today, we're gonna make it easy, right? We're going to talk about something simple. We are going to talk about prestige and honesty. So let's get into it. So it's actually that after work that spurs this entire video, because at this table, let's just set the context here. So at this table, to my left sits Mark, a man who is in his mid-50s. He's been coding for between 20 to 30 years, something like that. We're talking like for basically as long as I have been alive. In front of me sits Alan Bargy, one of the smartest people I've ever talked to, and he's been working for 15 years. That's half my age. And here I am, who's been working for like 3 years. Maybe I'm working on I'm starting year 4 soonish, I think. And in comes Alan's co-worker, Per. And basically, he sits down, we shake hands. I've actually met him before, lovely guy. And he starts talking about his background. So he started out as a QA, and he works with Alan, right? And he basically explains that he very recently became a front-end developer. And basically he transitioned into that. He's self-taught, basically self-taught. He's been coding for his own for a number of years, right? But never professionally. And so he has 6 months of work experience. So at this table, you literally have, more or less, you have the full range of developers. You have literally the entire spectrum of every developer that I can basically perceive. And if you think about that, how often does that happen? Like how often are you in a room where somebody who is literally just starting out their career, their first year, is sitting together with somebody who's been working for a few years, mid-level programmer like myself, if you can call it that. And then you have a true senior with 15 years of experience, and then you have one of the super coders, like the seniors of seniors sitting there as well. And we started talking, right? And I realized something as we were just talking. We had a few drinks, and everybody was talking about, the issues they had, their thoughts, and like all of the experiences they've had throughout their career. And I noticed something. No one was trying to one-up anybody. No one was trying to, how do I put that? There was no prestige. None. Like no one, like everybody was super humble. Most of the time we actually spent like tapping ourselves, like just complimenting the other person. And basically just listening to the other people talk about the things that they find challenging, the things that they find frustrating, and sharing ideas. And here for example, here I am explaining some thoughts that I have about software development next to a person who knows more about software development than I will ever know, and right in front of somebody who is smarter than I will ever be. And this junior guy, he's listening to me as I'm like this clever type of coder, right? And we share, it's just a flow of ideas, right? And what I want to talk to you guys, the juniors out there about, is that you may get the impression, depending on your situation, that because when you're on the internet, and I've seen this happen more than a few times, you have to realize that you have a very mixed breed of developer. You can have the unfortunate situation of getting convinced that there are a lot of these elitist programmers who and not just elitist, you have people who are convinced that they're good at what they like. I'm talking like really, really good, and like they're better than everybody else. And you have these like elitist. I'm not going to mention any type of languages because you have elitist people in every language, but let's just say that certain communities have a tendency to be more elitist than others. And as a junior, that can be like a kind of a harsh environment. But just imagine this, like, because this guy, my friend Alan's colleague, who's is working his first year, he's sitting there having a normal conversation with with us. He actually said that like we're all like it sounds like listening to a bunch of brothers, like just talking back and forth, bash talking each other, making fun of each other, and having a really good time, like typical. I'm sorry. Typical guys, like guy stuff, like so basically what I want you to take away from this is that in general, as in real life, I can tell you that most programmers from the entire range of experience levels are wonderful people. I swear to you, they are wonderful people. And if you've had bad experiences, because trust me, I have. I mean, even on my YouTube channel, like on this channel, it's the same deal, right? I have tons of I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. But I want the juniors out there to just, especially for those of you who are maybe a little bit younger and you may not get this. Don't treat the way that you perceive like these, how do I put it? Elitist programmers or programmers who make you feel like you're dumb or feel like you're not good enough. Don't let them convince you that that's the way it works, because it's not. In real life, most programmers are actually extremely lovely people. And as I said, it doesn't really matter at what level of experience they are. Now, these are just like a few of the developers I've worked with, but this is consistent throughout like every job I've had, every program I've ever worked with. Most programmers are just normal, really humble people. And trust me, there are no dumb questions. Be transparent about what you know and just be genuine. And trust me, you will have an amazing time talking to these people. Just trust me on this one and have a great day.